Awesome. Okay, hi everyone. How's it going? Welcome to season 3 of D&D League. My name is Radio Owls. Rob, I'm the DM for this incredible group of people with me this season, which will go for about 8 weeks. Well, it'll go for 8 weeks. So, yeah. So my name is Rob. Radio Owls. I use he/him pronouns. Why don't we just go around the table and we can just have everyone introduce themselves before we go ahead and get started. So, Seth, let's start with you because you're at the top of the screen for me.
Hey, I'm Seth, everybody. Pronouns are he, him. I'm here to play a game. I haven't played D&D for a second, and I'm excited for this D&D. I don't know if I'm supposed to say who my character is.
No, not yet. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Awesome. Talia, how about you?
Hi, you can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm Talia. I use she, her pronouns.
Awesome. Thank you. Noah, how about you?
I'm Noah, excited to be here. I also use he, him pronouns, and have a bit of experience playing DD, so looking forward to playing with you guys.
Awesome. And Ez?
Yes, hello, I'm Ez. My pronouns are she, her. I'm so excited.
Awesome. Cool. I'm super excited too. I think we've got a good group for this season. I'm ready to get started. So, team, are you ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right.
We're gonna go.
All right, team. You find yourselves in the city of Flan, now familiar to many of you. Cool, early morning air blows through a narrow street. The streets are bustling with famished laborers out for a meal, vendors hawking their wares, and grimy sailors looking for moorage at bar stools. I'm going to ask everyone to go around the room one more time. Why don't we just have you all introduce your characters? What do they look like? And what are they doing in the moment? So whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first. My character's name is Tim. He is a young farm boy human who would probably be wearing a very oversized suit of armor and is probably helping an old grandma with her big bag of groceries, trying to carry way too many boxes at once, but very desperately helping however I can.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim. Who's next?
I can go next.
Go ahead, Ez.
My character is Josh. Josh is a sea elf with famously the background of being a lifeguard. And so Josh is most likely kind of surveying the scene, looking around to see if anyone needs any help or if he can just, do anything to better the situation.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh.
I'll go ahead and go. My character is going to be Irian, but Eerie for short, to his friends. Not a lot of those, but the ones that there are, call him Eerie. Right now, I am probably running around like crazy up and down the streets of Flan, trying to deliver little messages, little packages, whatever I have been tasked to deliver for whatever money I can make that day. I may have some clients who are not quite on the right side of the law, but you know what? Money is money. So I'm just making it work. I'm just trying my best. And I'm probably also looking at the sun, hoping it will set faster so I can go find my good friend Bug and maybe get a drink or 7.
Love it. Thank you, Eerie. All right, Bug, that leaves you.
Okay, so I am Bug. Bug is a half-orc who grew up on a farm but moved to the city at a young age and got picked up by a gang pretty quick and spent most of his life working in a fight club, or that is also on the wrong side of the law. Unfortunately, recently that fighting ring fell apart due to internal squabbling. And Bug is now at loose ends. Has been for a couple months. So currently, Bug is likely going to be sitting in a bar, going through a midlife crisis of having.
Awesome, thank you, Bug. Okay, so we know that Bug is probably spending some of the morning or some of the early afternoon in the bar. Does anyone want to? What's everyone doing with respect to kind of each other at this point? What you have kind of like the early, up until the early evening, I think, before the hustle and bustle begins to die down here in Flan. What do you all? How would you all like to spend your day?
I've already said I'm ready. I'm running around running errands. I might run into some of these people. I definitely know Bug. Bug and I go not like way back, but like a couple months back. Basically, we met right after Bug got ousted from his fight club, and so I've never seen Bug at his best, but we are kind of drinking buddies, or we have been recently. I mean, you know, I don't know. And I'm fairly certain I gave Tim directions his first day in town, but don't really know who that guy is. He was just some farm boy walking around looking lost. But I'm definitely trying to wrap up the last of my errands so I can go find whatever tavern Bug is currently at.
So, Erie, you're kind of like running around the town. You're kind of darting here and there. I mean, just super like energized. And you're seeing all of these people. I mean, just like you're really reveling in the hustle and bustle of this city of Flan, until eventually your attention is kind of taken away from you. You kind of like look to your right down one of the alleyways, and as you do, you smack up against the backside of a big burly guard who turns around and gives you the just the nastiest look. And he says, "You better watch where you're going in the future." He turns back around after giving you another sneer, and he takes a poster. And he takes a hammer in his right hand, and he nails in this poster into a post. After he finishes up, you can see a couple of the village people are kind of walking up towards the post, giving it a quick read before walking away. What do you do?
Well, the first thing Erie does is mutter under his breath, "Watch where you're going," but he doesn't say it very loud. He's not trying to, in his line of work especially, he's not trying to make any friends with any enemies with the city guard, so I think his curiosity might be piqued. I think bumping into that guy was enough to jolt him out of like being in the go of running his errands. So like, yeah, I'll take a look at this poster. I mean, what's the big deal? What's going on?
Yeah, you take a look at the poster, and this is what you see. You see a man's portrait. Above his head, you see that this man is wanted for thievery. You can see that there is a reward that is promised from the Lord Sage of Flan. You see that this individual is a human male going by the name of Spernick. He's wanted for theft, breaching the peace, and just overall debauchery, basically, as far as you can gather. You can see that if you would like to learn more about how you might go about obtaining some reward, you can go speak with the Lord Sage of Flan. Give me a what do you do in response to this?
Well, my first question was going to be, hey, do I know this guy already? Like,
give me a history check.
I associate with a lot of the seedier folks. Let's see what this history does for me. It is. Oh, one of my worst skills. +0. Come on, big money. That. I started things with a 1.
Okay.
Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad.
Oh no.
You don't know. You don't know if you know this person or not. Yeah, you're not entirely sure.
Listen, I don't know this guy.
So
One
I
human
think
male's the same as the other to me.
as Erie is like kind of looking at this poster, Josh wanders up behind him, just kind of pops over his shoulder and says, "Whoa, who's that? Who, do you know him? Who is that?" Like, do you know this dude?
I think there's a moment where Erie almost punches Josh. Like, you can't be sneaking up on me like that, dude. Like, I'm very. It's a lot going on. You gotta. Who the hell are you?
Dude, chill. I mean no harm. I was just wandering around and saw you had this picture and this man's kind of fine and I was wondering, who is this?
I want to be annoyed with Josh so much, but I just can't. He's too chill. I mean, listen, they just put this poster up like 2 seconds ago. I actually ran into the guy who was doing it, so your guess is as good as mine.
Says wanted. I mean, I don't blame him. I would maybe want him too.
Oh, it's that kind of wanted poster.
Okay.
It's like looking. It's I want this guy for a date kind of thing.
Well, there's an address, there's a contact on there that you can call or go talk to if you wanna meet up with this guy, I guess. I don't know. Kind of feels like not my business. I think I take a couple steps away from Josh. I just want to see some distance from this guy. He's weirding me out.
Whoa! It says wanted for thievery. I don't support thievery. That's not for me.
As we're 2 minutes into the game, you're gonna kill me.
So while this is going on, Tim, what are you up to? Are you in the area, or where are you in the town?
I think I would have been helping people carry stuff. Like, I'm always just trying to be a nice guy, and as soon as someone says, "Oh, hey, can you help me do this thing right over here?" I'll instantly go over and start carrying whatever they need. So I think I would have been walking through the square, like carrying, I don't know, maybe a rickshaw full of old women who are like yelling at me to go faster, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I can't go any faster." But then I see a very interesting poster over there, and I would be interested in what abatement to the enemies of Flan, and or Flan, I guess, and littering. I hate littering. I can't abide a litterer, so I would definitely want to seek some information about this guy.
Cool. Okay, yeah, you walk up towards the poster, towards the other two individuals who are kind of like, I guess, arguing at the base of the post here.
Hey, it's you. You're that dude from like 3 days ago. You looked new. Are you new?
No. I'm here all the time. This is where I come every time, and I'm so old here that you probably just don't know me.
Sick.
Sure.
Also, if you see
what are you
someone
doing
running around
today?
with someone may or may not have stolen some stuff of mine, so I'm definitely in need of some new funds. So I would actually be interested in seeking out more information from this. And if you see anyone with a backpack with an engraved Tim on the back, it's mine. So, like, it's mine. But
Okay, I mean, I know some people. I might be able to track down this little backpack situation.
Oh no, that's just things. I need some more funds. But I think going to see. Oh, we could go see the Night Lieutenant as well. So, are we allowed to rip the poster off the wall, or would we get in trouble for that?
There's only one way to find out.
I'm gonna reach up and try and rip the poster off the post.
It comes off freely. No one bats an eye. You can see a lot of the villagers are just kind of like annoyed that it was taken off before they had gotten the chance to read it, but they've got other stuff going on in their day, so they just wander off doing their own thing.
So, like, are we like a team
You
now?
guys agree not to tell anybody.
We're like working together.
Well, I was about to say, you guys have to agree not to tell anybody about this, because this is like my job. So if you guys want to come with, we can agree to like not tell anybody else, and we'll keep it between us. But we don't want other people
Like,
cutting in on our
come
money.
with and get a cut of the rewards, or come with and just support you while you make money? Because I gotta say, one of those sounds a little less appealing.
Well, no, Tim would be a nice guy. He would be this is our job together. He would be very cooperative, and I would never try to keep my share,
I
friend.
would help you either way. Like, I'm down to just do some stuff for the community, like support one another hand in hand, you know?
We got to shut down this jaywalker. We can't be letting people just jaywalk wherever they want.
Okay, well, I can't say that on an ideological level I agree with anything that either of you just said, but if you need a strong man to help out, I might know a guy, although it's 10 to 1 whether he's sober right now.
Oh. Okay. I guess, like, lead the way.
Okay, I guess I like Will.
Whoa,
and
whoa,
I would like-
whoa, whoa.
Whoa, there's two.
That wasn't
Will.
very
It's
nice.
crazy.
That was
How
kind of
did you do
rude.
that?
I don't like that. That was kind of rude.
Well, you're gonna have to get thicker skin if you want to make it in Flan. And I would like to just bolt off and start heading for wherever, probably like my usual spot with Bug. I feel like we have a bar we go to most frequently.
Absolutely.
And I want to lead these guys and go find Bug.
Amazing. Yeah, you start walking your way down these crowded streets. And it's actually, I mean, you've been, some earlier in the day, time has passed. And it's kind of like early evening now at this point, by the time you finish arguing about the poster, and by the time you decide to go looking for this other person in this bar that you frequent. And as the sun is beginning to set, you, while walking down some of these streets, begin to hear merry pipes and thumping drums about a block away from a tall timber-framed building. As you're walking towards it, all of your mouths begin to water from the smell of roast duck, flowing ale, and pipe smoke that wafts from its brightly lit entrance. You can see a woodblock sign hangs over the entry, carved in the likeness of a grinning goblin's head. You walk inside, and you can see that every table, bench, and stool is crowded with boisterous patrons and covered in flagons of ale. Bug, do they see you when they walk inside?
Yeah, Bug is right in the middle of it all, in the way that when you're really in a bad place, you sort of you sort of don't even notice what's going on around you. You just kind of he's at the main bar, but just sort of hunched over a flagon, like just kind of staring into it.
As you're staring into it, you can see that there is a human female who walks up to you from behind the bar. She walks up to you and says, "Hey, now, are you just going to be sitting there, or do you want another one? It's getting pretty busy. I can't have you just sitting in the stools here, taking up space if you're not going to be ordering any more ale."
I drink here every day. I've been here every day
Oh.
for weeks.
Listen, I'm
You can't give me.
okay. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I just it's a little stressful today. I mean, take a look around you. It's just a little bit busy. Maybe I've come off a little strong, so I apologize. She takes a minute and takes a deep breath as she hears kind of like a bar fight beginning on the far end of the tavern. She just shakes her head, and she looks up and she says, "Okay, fine. Next one's on the house. I'm sorry. It's that was very rude of me." She turns around. She says, "Fatmar, get another ale for this one here. My friend here. They deserve only the finest." And you can see this kind of portly individual in the back go back behind the bar. He kind of rolls his eyes at the sound of or at his being called Fatmar, but he goes back into the back of the bar, pours a tall ale, walks it over towards you, lays it down in front of you. "Here you go. Is there anything else that I can do for you, Imazale?" And Imazale turns and says, No, Fatmar, that'll do, thank you. You better go over to table 3. It seems like that fight that just started, getting a little rowdy. I don't want any more chairs broken today. He rolls his eyes again and he walks towards table 3 to stop the bar fight. What's everyone doing now?
I'm gonna put my hand on her arm, and say, "What's your name?"
My name is Imzale. I am. I don't own this tavern, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, I basically do because that good for nothing Durham doesn't ever come around here anymore. But sorry, you didn't want my life story. My name is Imazale.
Imazale, do you want me to go help with that ruckus over there?
She takes a look at Fatmar, who makes his way to the table. You can see that a couple of the patrons, clearly drunk, are standing up and clearly trying to intimidate Fatmar, and Fatmar kind of like slowly backs away. And she says, if you feel... I'm not going to request it because... I don't want any of my patrons getting hurt, but let's just say if the problem went away, there might be another ale or two in your future.
I do like a really slow wink and go, "Got it, miss," and then head over there to try to. I think what I'm gonna do is just try to intimidate by just like standing there. At first, and see if that does the trick, and sort of be like, "What's the problem over here?"
Amazing. Give me an intimidation check, please.
Okay.
Let's go.
Sorry, it's being slow.
Oh, yeah. Also, I should have noted, feel free to use Foundry for your dice rolls if you want. If you want to use physical dice and just announce what you get to, feel free to do so. But regardless, please announce what your dice roll is, because I don't have the chat window up on the stream.
Got it. I got a 19.
19. Bug, you walk up to table 3. You can see that there is a half-orc male who is kind of like standing up along with 2 other individuals. There is a dwarven female and a human male, big burly human male, who he appears to be the leader of this group of 3. He stands up and he starts walking towards. He's the one who started walking towards Fatmar before he walked away. And this human male turns towards you, sees you approach. Doesn't seem like you say anything at this point. You're just kind of like, you have this intimidating presence. He doesn't say a word. He looks to his 2 companions. He just says, all right, let's go. Downs the beer. The other 2 downs their beers, and they start making their way out, way too embarrassed and way too cowardly to look you in the eye as they walk past. Fatmar walks up and says, "Well, thank you so much for helping with that. I could have handled it myself, I'm sure. I'm quite experienced with the bar folk, but you know, it certainly helps to have a helping hand, I think."
Bug sort of got like a rush of energy and of sort of confidence in doing that. But as the people walk away and I turn to Fatmar, Bug sort of deflates again and goes, "Sure you did." And
I think we lost the last little bit of what you said after you say it. Sure he did.
can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he just turns back to the bar to go sit down again.
Amazing. And you can see Imazale sees you walk back, sees you sit down at the bar. She gives you just this very, very slight nod, approving nod. She goes back and she brings you not one but 2 ales and sets them directly in front of you, free of charge.
As the
You're a doll.
as the 2 fighters are leaving, or the 2 that we're gonna tussle, I think Josh just kind of sees one of them and claps a hand on his shoulder and says, "Don't worry, dude. One day you'll be strong enough."
He looks at you, and he looks at the 2 people behind him, and the half-orc starts... and the human male turns around, kind of swats your hand away from off of his shoulder, continues to walk out the door. The other 2 start following with the half-orc, belly laughing at this point. Oh! And then as the door closes, you can hear outside the human male yell, "Shut up!"
I think Erie just kind of smirks, and then pushing past the other members who came with me. If I was able to see all that go down with Bug and these guys that just ran out of the inn, I just want to use a little bit of thaumaturgy to make my voice magnify and shout to the entire little inn, 3 cheers for Bug, the bravest fighter in Flan, and just hype him up a little bit. Then start weaving my way through the crowd.
Actually, give me a persuasion check first. Let's see if you are able to get the crowd on your side. I'm really interested to see what happens here.
Persuasion is a 7 + 6 for 13.
13? Okay, yeah. It's not quite as loud as you would like to hear. In fact, as you look around the crowd, you can see a couple, they're liquored up. They're having a good time. They saw what happened. They were pretty entertained by it. And a couple of them, hooray, join along. A couple others around the bar just kind of looking up, confused, who's Bug? But you get what you wanted. What are you doing now, Yuri?
Listen, I'm just trying to hype Bug up. Half the time, I'm worried I'm going to walk in here and just discover that he's finally drank himself to death, a feat I thought was impossible for a half-orc. So I will take anything. Any amount of crowd contribution is great.
Bug gets a tiny little smile on his face when he hears the cheers, but then it sort of crumples into an even more miserable look.
Oh.
When he compares it in his mind to the cheers that he used to get in the fighting ring.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put my hand on your back and rub it a little bit. I'll be like, "That's all right, big guy. It's okay. They just didn't have a good view." Listen, I got these other guys with me, and I want to kind of wave at Josh and Tim if they're separated from me in the crowd, and just kind of lean in closer to Bug and be like, "They seem like a couple of idiots, but one of them did grab down this flyer of a job that's going on where we could make some money. I don't know if you got anything left. Might be worth it."
What's your opinion on littering?
I don't know, Erie. I sort of look up at Tim and go, Negative.
He's in.
Okay, I turn back to Erie and go, I don't know, man. I don't know if I have it in me. I think I might just head upstairs. Bug is staying in the sort of pub part of this inn, and call it a night, man. I don't know if I've got it in me anymore.
I think Josh.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
Josh is just very disappointed to hear like that a potential member of the group is so like morose. And so he like walks over and puts an arm around Bug and is like, dude, you just gotta like go with the flow, you know? Like sometimes life is hard, but sometimes life is awesome. And you'll never get to the awesome if you don't live through the hard. You know?
You actually take a look. You can see that there is a patron right next to you, Josh. As you say that, there's a tear that's coming down his cheek.
Bug was sort of, honestly, as much as he hates to admit it, marginally moved by that speech. And so he goes, what's this even about?
It's about community and doing what is best for the people that we're surrounding ourselves with every day.
Right. I meant more like, what poster do you have?
It's a thief. We gotta catch him.
I would show him the
thief?
poster if I'm still holding it.
I take a look at the poster and then I look at Erie and give him this look that is meant to impart, like, I have been part of an underground fighting ring for most of my adult life, and you are nowhere near a law follower. How the hell are we involved in this? But I kind of just impart that with like a raised eyebrow.
Listen, money is money. That's all I say out loud.
Bug is gonna pat his pockets, feel the sort of like tiny fraction of his winnings over the past years that are still left after drinking them away for the last couple months. Fine. What's the plan?
I turn to Tim. He's got the poster.
You do have a plan, right?
We're gonna go talk to the knight. So we can talk to this Lord Sage, but I don't think we're gonna get in to talk to him. So we could go talk to the Knight Lieutenant instead. I forgot his name already.
Ooh, Knight Lieutenant. Maybe Tim or Josh should go talk to the Knight Lieutenant, and maybe Bug and I stay outside and also like 30 feet away. For no reason, just for funsies.
Are you saying you don't want to hang out with us?
I just raise an eyebrow at Erie again, as if to say, told you so, this is none of our damn business.
I pull my pockets out of my pants and a little moth flies out. No, Josh, was it? I'm very on board. This is gonna be great. I'm so great to meet both of you, and you seem like cool people that aren't weird in the slightest. There's just maybe, there's a little bit of history with some of us and the constabulary of Flan, and we can come in with you. I just don't want to make things go worse,
He's got more important things to deal with. He's got this sphere neck to deal with. He's not going to care about some Well, I'm
I've
sure you're an
got this.
upstanding
What?
citizen, so you've got.
I think we should like stick
I-
together.
Can I do a history check to see if this Knight Lieutenant Bulver is someone that I've run across in the past?
Sure. Yeah, give me history, you said? Go for it.
Yeah, or whatever. Oh, shoot, that was okay. That was a 4.
4. Nope, never heard of him.
Okay.
I was worried for nothing.
I'll say I don't think I've run across this particular member of the constabulary, as you say. So I guess we can go and stand behind you when you talk to him.
Sick.
I look to Tim and Josh to lead the way before realizing they probably have no idea where they're going in Flan, and that actually I have to lead us.
No, I think actually Tim would have started just like immediately walking in a random direction, and you have to stop him and turn him around. And you're like, okay, we're going the other way.
Hey, no, big boy, over here, other way.
Okay, so what are we doing, team? Are we gonna go find the Knight Lieutenant?
Let's go find this
How
knight
late
dude.
how late in the evening is this? Are we like nighttime now?
It's not
or-
quite nighttime yet. It's like 5:36 ish. There's still a couple of hours left in the day.
Okay, yeah. Bug heaves himself out of the chair. Despite the drinks being free, he puts down a coin on the counter and follows the little procession.
You see, as you turn around, Bug, you can see Imazel. Oh, you don't see Imazel, but you can hear behind you yell, "You come back anytime. You hear me? Oh, okay. He heard me. You walk out the door. It shuts behind you, and you start kind of like walking around Flan. What is the what's the strategy to try and find this guy? Are we just kind of like walking in random directions, or what?
I will do whatever kind of check to. I feel like I know my way around Flan around pretty well, and I definitely feel like I know how to avoid the police, which means knowing where they are. So I think I've got a general idea, but I can roll history or survival or something.
Okay, yeah, give me a history check. Do it with advantage because you've been in Flan for quite some time now, or in and around Flan for quite some time. So go ahead and history with advantage, please.
Oh, I add a +0, but I got an 18.
18, perfect. Yeah, with an 18, Ira, you know that the most likely place that someone with a title like Knight, this guy whose name I've forgotten
that
already, Knight Lieutenant, with a name like that, he's probably going to be near Vallejo Castle. You don't know if he's probably going to be inside it or what, but at the very least, you'll be able to like ask around the castle for where you might find him.
Sorry, Bug. We gotta go into the muckety muck part of town. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. It'll be fine. I know where we're going. Come on. And I'll lead everyone over, at least in the general vicinity of Valahi Castle.
Perfect. Okay, you start making your way down these dusty streets, and eventually the streets begin to get a little bit wider as you get towards more of the like the center, the city center, for lack of a better term. Things look a little bit more well kept, a little bit grander. And eventually you can see the massive walls of Vallejo Castle towering above you. You see that there are the massive iron-bound doors of Stojanau Gate are spread wide open as they've been for over 100 years. From the top of the wall, you see that there are bodies hanging from thick rope, twisting slowly in the breeze, while ravens peck away at the tastier morsels. A long line of people are lined up at a desk where a bored-looking guard thumbs through an enormous ledger. At the table, you can see this very stern, just abrasive-looking individual with a pen in his hand, taking notes, very disinterestedly listening to whatever it is that the person standing in front of the table at the front of the line is saying to this individual. You hear him yell out, "Next!" And he kind of like lifts up his arm and waves away the person who was in front of the table. And that person kind of walks away, and you can see just looking incredibly distraught at whatever the request was, falling on deaf ears. What do you do?
Josh is going to move forward, assuming that he's next in line. And he's gonna lean forward on the, like, whatever podium this guy has his ledger on, and just stare into his eyes and say, "Hey, sup, dude?"
As you do that, you can see a couple of guards walk up to you, stand in front of him, and say, "The back of the line is that way." And Josh, you take a look around, you can see a couple of the individuals who are next in line are kind of looking at you with this nasty look on their face, as if they, like, distraught and defeated at having to speak with this man who they expect is probably not going to do anything to help whatever plight it is that they're going through. And on top of that, this person just jumped the line.
Josh is going to turn around to the people. My apologies, my apologies. And then just, like, slowly, like, smolder and wink. And then, like, stroll to the back of the line.
Okay, cool.
Older and wait.
Amazing.
So you make your way back to towards the back of the line. What do you do when you get back there? Or what does anyone do?
I guess we have to wait in this stupid line or something. Is that the guy? Do I even know if that's the guy we need to talk to?
Give me an investigation check, I guess.
Let me do charisma stuff. Stop making me investigate history things. Oh, I got a +3. Okay. And I rolled another nat 1. So
Yeah, you have no
that
clue.
is a 4.
No clue.
All right,
Okay,
guys. I knew this was the
but-
general area to go to, but I don't know who to talk to. And then I just trip and fall face first onto the cobblestones.
Josh is going to tap on the shoulder of the person in front of us in line, say, "Excuse me, do you know this guy's name?"
The woman turns around with, you know, just like looking annoyed, looking kind of like exasperated, and she says, "That's Knight Lieutenant Bulver. Just a dastardly
Perfect.
fellow." Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, okay. Happy to be of
That's all
assistance. Okay,
That's
great.
all I need to know.
I would like to, as Josh turns away from this person, kind of grab their elbow and be like, what was that you were saying about the Knight Lieutenant?
Oh, he's just. I mean nothing profound. He's just an ass, I think.
Aha. Great.
And she turns
Okay.
back around too. That's all I had to say.
Okay. I'm just gonna pat her on the shoulder and give her a little guidance. I don't know what she's gonna go out and use it for, but hopefully something.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
I think that Bug is willing to wait in this line for like a bit, but I mean, like, how quick is this line going?
Take a look. It'll probably take like 45 minutes.
And it's gonna take longer
yeah.
because Tim's gonna keep letting people in front of him, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you need to go. Well, after you, I'll go to the back line."
While they're waiting, Josh gets quite bored very quickly because he's used to moving around all the time. So he decides to pull out his lute, start doing a little performance for the other people in line, maybe to get them back on his good side after trying to cut them.
You're like the person on the red line who takes out their phone and starts blaring music. I love it.
I just slump my face into Bug and whisper, "God damn it. I didn't know he was a bard when I brought him. I promise."
Bug is breathing, taking deep, calming breaths in order to get through this experience.
Josh is like dancing around in between the two of them, like trying to get Bug to grab his hand so he can twirl them in a circle, like just completely unaware of how miserable they are, just trying to make people laugh.
When you try to grab his hand, Bug again gets just the tiniest flicker of a smile, and then sort of like it goes away. He's like, "No, this is horrible."
So this continues on agonizingly for the next 45 minutes, and eventually, you're second in line. You kind of hear what's going on. You hear that someone is asking about someone that they've lost, a family member, but they can't find them. They haven't heard anything from them, and he just says, "We'll do our best to find this individual." He turns towards one of the guards in the back and says, "Send, I don't know, one of the squires to look into this." And one of the guards salutes and sends them off to go do that. And the family, despite not really getting exactly what they wanted, are happy to know that they caught this individual, the knight lieutenant, in what seems to be a good mood, to have offered them that at the very least. So they walk off, relatively pleased, and he yells out, "Next!" And the four of you walk up, I'm assuming, and he says, "What business do you have with the knight lieutenant?"
I'm going to give Tim some guidance as well and nudge him forward.
Yeah, excuse me, sir, we found this poster, and we were hoping that if it wasn't too much trouble, we could know some. He starts like almost crying.
Oh, God. Oh my. He turns towards one of the guards and says, "This is who we have living in Flan these days." Oof. He says, "Well, we are looking for someone, or at least the Lord Sage is looking for someone, and I think perhaps that poster might be in the better care of someone a little more up to the task, so to speak. You don't seem like the type. No offense."
Josh is gonna feel like so ready to defend this man that he like just met and started working with, and he kind of like steps forward and he says, I think maybe there's someone who could better tend to the task of what you're doing right now."
What accent is that? I've never heard that before.
I don't know, it's just how Chad talks. That's how I talk.
Who is Chad? I don't care. Frankly, I do not care. I could not care
Chad
less.
is...
Okay. No.
How do I describe this?
Is there anything I can help you with?
Chad is my soulmate, some might say. He's like an older brother. He is a mentor. He is honestly like the best man that I have ever met. I love Chad.
That's wonderful to hear. Is that all we needed for today?
Bug is gonna step
No, at this
forward.
point, yeah.
Okay, we can both
Go ahead,
step
Bug.
forward. I'm gonna put a
We
hand
both
on.
have very strong feelings about the way this is being handled.
Yeah, I think we like step forward like shoulder to shoulder. And I put my hand on Josh's shoulder and just sort of like pull him back. And I'm gonna let Eerie talk. I feel like Bug does not want to talk unless it's absolutely necessary.
Listen, and I want to kind of lean in close to the guy. Me and the big guy here, like, we know Flan. We know what we're about. These other two guys there, and I want to lower my voice so that they can't hear. These guys are just cannon fodder. Like, these are just a couple of, like, newbies to the city we just found who were also going after the same quest. And, you know, like, hey, somebody might die on this, and it's not going to be me. So, like, don't worry about them. They're fine. Me and the big guy here, we can get the job done.
You know, to be completely honest, your attitude is a nice change of pace. We need the type of ruthlessness that you seem to embody to get the job done, I think.
Hey, call me Ruthless. First name, last name.
I don't care what your name is, frankly, as long as the job gets done. What information do you need to know?
Where was this guy last seen? Does he have any known accomplices? Is he located specifically within Flan, as far as you guys are aware? Like, you know, just give me, like, the deets. Give me a direction to go running off in.
What kind of items was he littering?
He was littering. I can't say that he was littering. More so picking things up that don't belong to him, as far as I understand. He did work.
Reverse litterer.
Call it what you will. He did work with an accomplice. And he actually smirks a little bit, and he points his finger towards one of the bodies that's hanging from the gate. Kind of gives a chuckle. A person's name was Tabim. He was arrested and given a fair trial. But not before we took him and interrogated him for a full day and a full night. Unfortunately, this Tabim divulged none of his secrets. That being said, we have heard reports of a man fitting Spernick's description heading north along the Stagenau towards the Dragonspine Mountains. We haven't investigated those rumors any further because, frankly, they're out of my jurisdiction at this point. We're only doing this because the Lord Sage has asked. To be completely honest, I'm not entirely sure what it is that he stole or why he's being hunted, but that's what the Lord Sage wants, and so that's what we will attempt to accomplish. Hopefully that's what you'll try to attempt to accomplish at this point. You seem to be, like I said, the type that seems to be right for the job.
Yeah, it's totally cool that you don't know what he stole or where he is now and have put zero effort into looking for him. We'll take care of everything. It'll be fine. And I just want to nudge Bug in the ribs to give a big toothy smile.
Bug gives the most horrifying smile you have seen. Like he forgot to smile, or he forgot how to smile, and his teeth are all messed up, and like there's like a gold tooth in there too, and it's just like it's terrifying. But he's he knows what he looks like. But
the knight kind of like grimaces a little bit at the sight of Bug, and he says, I'm not sure if this is going to be in any way helpful to you, but I'm sure the Lord Sage will want me to give you whatever bits of evidence might be useful to you. He pulls out a scrap of paper, and he hands it to you. And you see that it reads, Sheath of Vellum. and then in parentheses 1. And then under that it says chalk dust, and in parentheses it says 1 sack. And then under that it says leather case. He says, I don't know what significance this might be, but it was found in the, I don't even know where it was. I don't know if it was in the thief's room or whatnot, but the Lord Sage seems to think that it's something of some significance related to the ongoing debauchery of this Spernick and his former companion at this point.
Well, you have just been so helpful, and thank you so much. We'll be right on our way. Goodbye. And
He yells.
just bolts.
Yeah, he yells as you bolt away. He yells, "If you do find the thief, bring him to me alive. I've got a spot waiting for him on the wall next to his friend."
You got me. If you run away before they can say bring him back alive, then you can claim you didn't hear it. Damn it.
The bug is gonna sort of grab Tim and Josh by the scruff of their neck and steer them away, just in case they had.
All right, so you all walk away from at least the table, still kind of like around the area of the gate. What do you all do after having learned this minuscule bit of information?
I do just relay all the specific info in case they didn't hear it, but then I would just say, like, I'm not 100% on board with bringing this guy back. Listen, you live here long enough, you do a certain kind of work, and you see 1 or 2 people you like end up on the wall. So I'm not really trying to put anybody else there. That being said, there's no reason we shouldn't investigate the situation anyways. But the list of stuff he said was related to the case, that sounds like some spooky magic BS, so just know what you're getting into.
I mean, spooky magic, BS, sounds kind of fun.
Can you repeat what the items on the list were? It was Sheath of Vellum?
Yes, it was.
Can I make a check to know if I know what that is?
Sure, yeah.
History or?
Oh, yeah, give me like a history check, yeah.
I got a 15.
15. Okay, so you would know that it is basically like it's like a writing material made from like animal skin.
Oh, okay. I
Can I do like a history or arcana check to see if I've ever heard of anything that might have involved these 3 pretty normal sounding items?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, history. Yeah, that sounds good.
History?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're confident that there's nothing that comes to mind to you right now that those 3 things like are like ingredients to anything, or like nothing raises suspicion with respect to those 3 things.
Okay. So, are we just gonna walk along the river then? You guys got anybody you want to say bye to before we get out?
How far even are the Dragonspire Mountains? Like,
you're aware that they're likely like a 2-day trek.
Okay, well, I don't know. Tim, Josh, what are you feeling? It's getting to be a little late in the night to, like, start traveling.
Yeah, I think we should head off tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down.
And
All
where
right,
are you
well,
two
I'm gonna
staying?
head back to the inn.
I was just kind of chilling on the beach, the water, yeah. But are you offering
You
like
were chilling. You were chilling on the beach.
Yeah.
As was there? I have a room at the inn if you need that.
Dude, that is just so kind of you to like
With
offer that up. Sleepover.
oh God.
So do we head back to the inn then?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm gonna head back to.
Cool.
I will also head back to the inn.
Awesome. Okay.
Live in a rickety little apartment.
Yeah, you all make your way back. You can see that the inn is just as busy as ever. As the sun is beginning to set even further, you can see that the number of patrons has grown even more. You can see that Fatmar is kind of like darting back and forth between the tables. You can see sweat is beginning to pour down his forehead. And you can see that Imazel is frantically pouring drinks, but she sees you all walk in and she yells back and she says, I wasn't expecting to see you all back here so soon. You done me a favor. Would you like a round of drinks for you and your friends?
Oh yeah.
Come in right out. And she goes back, personally pours 4 huge ales. She hands them to the 4 of you. She says, so how was your little trek around Flan? Did you get whatever errands you needed done? Okay, don't all speak at once.
I mean, like, I'd
Yeah.
say so. I'd say we're going somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I would ask her if she knows anything about the Dragon Bone Mountains, Dragon Spine.
Oh, Dragonspine. I just know it's there's just a mountain range nearby. Because there have been a couple of rumors going around about just goings on that are a little unusual, but it's
What sort of rumors?
well, just I mean, things about I don't know, supernatural things. People going out there trying to do I don't know, like religious rituals. I don't know. I just rumors going around. Why do you ask?
I'm gonna put
maybe
my
taking
hand.
a camping trip. You want to go camping in the mountains with us?
And leave behind this glorious place. And as she lifts up her arm to gesture towards the inn, you can see someone kind of like falls from the balcony, tumbling down after being punched in the face and lands on a table, splitting it in half. And she says, Fatmar, that's coming out of your paycheck. And Fatmar just like yells, not again.
Oh, Fatmar.
She says, camping.
Not Fatmar.
No. I'm more than happy to be here in my home. Any particular reason you tend to be going out to the mountains? It's quite dangerous going that way, and given the rumors, can't imagine why anyone would want to go out that way.
Oh, well, I guess Tim would immediately tell her exactly what we're doing, so if someone wants to stop him, he'd be like, oh, we're about to, but if someone wants to cover his mouth as he's doing it, I don't know what others would do. But
Erie has not stopped drinking his free drink since the moment it was handed to him.
Tim would just be, oh yeah, we're looking for this guy on the poster. Do you know? And he would pull up the poster and show it around. Do you know anything about this guy?
Oh, Spernik, yes, a little bit. He, actually, well, he would come into the inn, here and there, every once in a while. He kind of just, frankly, skipped out on a tab he was supposed to pay, which didn't put him in my good graces. But he and his companion didn't catch his companion's name. They would eat at the inn often, but they generally kept to themselves. Not the most social folks, but that's fine. I don't like to pry. I
How
heard
many companions?
Have I-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
just the one.
Okay.
I think I heard that he and his companion entered Flan. I don't know if it was a couple months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. They you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe there was one time they had one other person with them, so a total of 3, but only once or twice. I didn't catch the name of the third person either, but the two of them, Spernik and whatever his companion's name, they were in a little more often, but yeah.
The third individual. Was there any distinguishing features? Anything you remember?
Love, it's look. I'm a barkeep. If I have to keep track of every single person, you're lucky. I know as much as I do about this.
No. Of course. And God bless you for doing the work you do.
I do what
Saloon's blessing upon you.
Thank you. I like this individual. She turns towards Bug and says, "You keep good company." She says,
Bug grunts.
She says, well, I don't know too much about this Spernik individual, but as far as I understand, they were hired at the library, where the Lord Sage works, or is I guess housed. I think these two individuals, they were, as far as I understand, as I heard, they were caught sneaking out of the Lord Sage's offices one night. They ran away, but and the Black Fist even was summoned to try and capture them. I think they caught the other individual that Spernik was with. I haven't seen them since, but that was the last time I saw them. Was before they were caught sneaking out of the office.
Oh, you don't have to worry. We just saw him earlier today.
You
They
did?
were walled.
Oh. Okay, well, justice moves quick in Flan, I suppose.
Did you
you
say
can
that they
call
were
it that.
hired? Did you say that they were hired by the library?
As far as I understand, yes. Again, this is all secondhand information, so I don't know if it's all true, but this is what I know. But yeah, as far as I know, they were recently hired about a couple months ago by the library. I guess things just went south one day. And
Josh raises his hand, kind of pipes in. What's a library?
you see, love, it's this place where people who know how to read go to read. Do you know what reading is?
Okay, well, you don't have to be rude,
Oh,
but
I'm not being rude.
I'm gonna put my hand on Imazel's arm and say, "Thank you, Imazel. It's okay. You don't need to." And just shake my head.
Oh, okay. Sure thing. Another round, anyone? We're having a good time? Okay, good.
So, are we
No.
Is she
are we gonna go to this reading place tomorrow? You think? Like,
I
Yeah.
don't know if I
could
would
maybe-
fit in a library, but maybe you
I
little
mean this
waify.
I mean this in the best way, but like this doesn't really like fit in a lot of places. So you're gonna
I
have to like,
don't fit-
you're gonna have to like get used to that feeling of like being an outsider, like, like, oh, just like people looking at you a little like, oh, ooh.
I'm
Quick DM question:
gonna
Is PvP
stare-
allowed?
Y'all are gonna do what y'all are gonna do. Is what I'll say.
Okay. I don't have anything to do about it right now. Just having thoughts and feelings.
What
Yeah,
I was
I think we
going
should
to
investigate the
say-
library. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe you twiggy people can go in there. I don't have a good history of quiet places with fragile things.
I don't know. Every time I go in, there's this one specific librarian who keeps thinking I'm gonna eat the books. Like, I don't know if it's the antlers or what, that she thinks I'm just there to graze, but like, I got beef with her.
I'm gonna sort of pull Erie aside a little bit and say, I get what you're saying, but I don't know if we should let these two idiots off alone by themselves.
I mean, yeah, but like, how much more is there even to figure out at the library, right? Like, the people at the library probably told the knight lieutenant all the stuff that then the knight lieutenant told us. Like, I feel like I'm just antsy, it's been a while since everyone's given me a message job for like outside of Flan, and like, ooh, I could do with a good little jaunt.
I mean, we're gonna go. We're gonna go on this camping trip, whatever that is. But I don't know. I just don't want these two other ones running around by themselves. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll go to the stupid library. It's fine.
I
Turns
Clap
back
him on
to
the
them.
shoulder.
I'm so excited to go to the library with you two tomorrow.
I feel very convinced.
Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card, so.
Very accurate.
What's a library card?
I mean, well, that's just facts is facts.
I'm gonna clap my hands on the table and say, well, sounds like we got that figured out. I'm going to bed.
Bug heads to bed.
Josh is
I would
also
also like to go to Bug's room. I feel like I've slept on your floor a bunch of times when we got really plastered and I didn't want to walk home. I'm just gonna do that again.
Cool.
All right. Cool. So we're all heading to bed then. In Bug's room. You spend the night there. You get a relatively good night's sleep. The room is kind of far enough away from the hustle and bustle of the main kind of tavern area that it generally keeps the noise out, but not all of it. So a couple of you kind of like wake up in the middle of the night. The revelry still going on until eventually early morning hours things really start to die down. You wake up in the morning refreshed, or as refreshed as you can be. Yeah, does anyone do anything or want to do anything as you wake up in this room? Cool. Okay,
I think Josh is just really like sleepy still.
Yeah.
He's just trying to like wake up and get the day going.
Amazing. Yeah, you're kind of groggy, but you gather up your things. You start making your way downstairs, and you can see that already there are a couple patrons throughout the bar. Fatmar and oh my God, Irizel are continuing to work. You're not quite sure when they sleep, but they're continuing to go. You can see out of the kitchen comes plates of sausages and bacon, eggs, muffins, pancakes, just all types of different breakfast foods being brought to different patrons who are the morning crowd, basically. They see you as you're kind of making your way down the steps and out of the inn. And again, they give you pleasant nods as you go about your business and make your way out into Flan. What are we doing after we make our way outside of the inn?
Y'all wanted to
we
go to
should
the
head to the
library
library.
or something?
Cool. All right, so we start making our way.
If we know where it is, well.
Yeah, I'd say that as you made your way yesterday to the gate towards the castle, you saw what this large building that appeared to be, to someone who was looking for it, noticed that this was likely the library. So you start making your way in that direction. You can see as you arrive sun-bleached colonnades that frame the austere facade of what is known as Mantor's Library, based upon the plaque that sits in front of the building. You see that there is a solitary bench that sits next to a tranquil pond at the fore of this property, in the center of what you determine is named Scholars Square. The grounds themselves are well manicured and festooned with blooming flowers and other local flora. You open up the door, which is, on the front of this very austere-looking building, and inside, you can see that there is just this huge grand hall filled with books, and you can see that it is a multiple-story library. And as you walk in, you see an elven female behind the front desk, and she immediately stands up and she says, "Not you again. Not you. Get out." And she points directly towards Eerie. "I can't have you eating the books again. This is unconscionable." And you see,
I've told you 100 times, Sheila, I wasn't eating them.
And she goes, "Shh,
I was just nibbling a little bit.
Shut up, this is a library. This is a library." And she takes a moment to collect herself, and she says, Just keep the books away from your mouth, please." And as she says that, you see this very this older-looking individual begin to walk towards the front of the library, and he says, Sheila, please. All are welcome at the library, as long as they know how to behave themselves." And he turns towards you, and he kind of gives you this look, Eerie, that is like, that is to suggest, right?
Of course, I'm the paragon of perfect behavior.
Excellent. You get a better look at this man. You can see he is a half-elven male of somewhat advanced age. You can see that he is kind of darting back and forth. He was darting back and forth, kind of just chit-chatting with some of the other patrons of the library here early in the morning. He walks up and he says, "I'm very pleased to meet you all. I am the Lord Sage of Flan. Welcome to Mantor's Library. You're here quite early in the morning. What brings you in? What can I help you with, if anything?"
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do that. It's like a lot of word stuff going on right now. I don't feel the most confident.
Yeah, that's me, the word guy. We had some questions about someone named Spurnick, who
Spurnick, yes.
we heard worked here.
Too right, yes. Unfortunately, he got into a bit of trouble, right under our noses, and we hope to find him because he has taken something quite dear from us, I would say. I take it that means you've undertaken the challenge to find him. Thank you for your service. What information have you gathered thus far about him?
He is a guy, and he was with another guy.
So very little. Okay, great. I'll start from the beginning, I suppose. You see, Spurnick and Tabim, they were two scribes newly hired at the library. They'd been employed in the service of the library for just over 4 months, and I have to say, they were skilled. However, they were unexceptional workers, to be completely honest. We noticed one day, fairly recently, that the two of them were caught sneaking out of my offices. The Black Fist were called. They managed to capture Tabim, and I understand, word has gotten to me, that the Lord Lieutenant has, the Knight Lieutenant has dealt with Tabim. And I'll leave it at that. I recently searched these individuals, these scribes' rooms, and I had found that there were 2 rare tomes that had previously been stored in my personal library. When the books were taken back to be filed, we noticed that there were 2 clever forgeries already on the shelf of my library. And so, as far as we understand, or have pieced together, we think they must have taken these books and taken the real copies and put the forged copies back on my library in the hopes that we wouldn't notice. Unfortunately for them, we did.
What were these books?
Eventually,
Yes. The books were, one of them was called The History of the North. There's a chapter in it referencing something known as the Circle of Scale. It's a sect of druids that sought to enslave dragons. That chapter was missing from the forgery that was put back onto my shelf. And then the second book was a book called Lex Geographica. It contained an entry referring to a circle of standing stones located in the Dragonspine Mountains, at which a group of dragon-worshipping druids once resided. That entry was also missing from that book, the forgery that was placed back onto my personal library shelf.
All right.
Any more information about those standing stones in the Dragonspine Mountain?
I'm not sure that I know too much more about the standing stones. Like I said, we just happened to notice that entry was missing from my book. But that's. I just know that entry was missing. It must have been of some importance. I'm not sure what they hoped to hide or conceal by preventing us from finding that entry.
Are you the Lord Sage by chance?
Yes, I am.
Your guy that we talked to yesterday mentioned that these 2 hoodlums had stolen something more from your office. Were you looking to get anything back from them? Just so we know not to destroy anything when we find them.
I will be
Which we're
frank.
gonna do.
That's good. I like the confidence. I will be frank. There are rumors going around, and I should have seen the connection, the potential connection, sooner, of a group of individuals who perhaps seek to continue the aim of perhaps this group of druids or of some of the cults you may have heard about in this region of late, seeking to call forth a dragon, to summon a dragon, in the hopes of taking over Flan and perhaps eventually the world. Naturally, our background checks of these two employees were not as thorough because apparently they may have been affiliated with that cult in the hopes, hoping to bring that plan to fruition. My request for you is to find Spernick, bring him to justice, bring him back here so that he can be brought to justice, and hopefully bring back these books that he has so that we can continue to put the puzzle pieces together to figure out who it is that he worked for, what it is that this group intends to do and how they intend to do it. Everything related to that. That's what we would ask of you.
So if you had to put things in an order of priority, getting the books back and getting Spernick brought back, like which one's higher there?
I believe, given the gravity of the situation and the aims of this group, this cult, bringing this thief to justice, I think, is of the utmost importance. Whether that means bringing him back to Flan, whether that means killing him so that the wherever the books are can't be found again by this cult, that is the priority. If you can bring the books back, I can provide extra gold to you. If you bring those books back, if you bring any other tomes back that happen to be in their possession that we aren't even aware have been taken yet, you'll be rewarded. But I think our priority is making certain that Spernick is either brought to justice or made such that he cannot provide the location of these tomes that he has stolen, give away the information that is contained within them.
Okay, well,
Alright.
thank you so much.
So, let me get this straight. So, you say there was a book stolen, and the part that they took was about druids bringing back dragons. And then you said you don't really know why they would take that, but then you said that there's people that are trying to bring back dragons and they're druids.
There are rumors going around Flan of this happening. We don't know by what means they hope to do this or where they intend to do this. Everything is very nebulous at this point.
It sounds impossible. There's no way you could do it. That's like a fairy tale. Nobody could ever do something like that. So it's like not a big deal.
I wish that were so.
Kid, you got a
immediately
lot
see
of
Eerie.
living to experience.
You see Erie's whole body stiffen, even just at the word fairy tale. Well, you know,
Alright,
sometimes
I
fairy tales
think-
come true, and sometimes it sucks.
I don't think that Bug knows the whole story behind Erie's fairy experience, but I've picked up some hints that he's not a huge fan of fairy talk.
I mean,
So
I
think
do very much have antlers. Like, you would at least know like something went down.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess are you a human with antlers, or are you a satire, or?
I'm a human with antlers. Everything else about me, normal human guy. Also, got these antlers. They draw a lot of attention.
Well, sorry, this is an out of character question, but I thought he said that these books, they found the books in their room. Did they do they have the books back, or are they still looking
I might have
for the
misspoken.
book?
They found that those books were missing. They found the two forge books in the Lord Sage's room. I might have misspoken. I'm sorry. So the original books are still missing. He went looking.
Books are missing. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
They made copies of the books they stole, but the copies had sections removed from them very specifically about this dragon stuff.
That's correct. Yes. I could take you to their room if you would like to investigate further. There might be something we could have missed, but we did our best to do a thorough search.
Yeah, no, let's go look at the room.
He turns around and he says, "Okay, this way," and he leads you towards this room. You see inside the it's kind of dusty at this point. It wasn't like super well kept by these two individuals. You can see that dust is kind of like floating in the sunlight, which is beaming into the room in the early morning hours. He says, the Lord Sage says, feel free to look around for whatever you think might be of use. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Well, thank you so much for that information. I think that was really helpful, and I think we are gonna keep trying to figure out some more clues.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that is very wonderful to hear. Yes. You see, he looks a little nervous at the group that has decided to take on this task.
I'm just gonna take a look around the room then.
Give me an investigation check, please, Bug.
I will investigate as well.
Go for it.
Should we all roll if we want to investigate?
Yeah, if you want
don't
to.
want to clog it too much.
Yeah.
I got 17.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Oof.
I also got a 17.
Nice. Okay, Tim and Bug, you both kind of like at the same time that you are kind of like at the same time that you're walking around, you check one of the dressers and you kind of like pull it out from away from the wall, and you see at the same time that there is a false panel in the back of the dresser. You open it up, and inside you can see that there are 2 sets of black and purple clothing, each of which are emblazoned with the livery of a low-ranking member of the Cult of the Dragon.
Okay, so these guys were in the Dragon Cult.
Well, I'll definitely take one of them.
Nice. You see the Lord Sage kind of like sees you all have found something, and he walks up and he sees the he sees.
Oh yeah, I guess I wouldn't stuff in my bag if he's watching us right there, but I would show it to him. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Did you want to try to take it stealthily?
Out of character, I do, but Tim would not want to steal it, so no.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the Lord Sage walks up and he sees you taking a look at the robes, and he says, "This is intriguing indeed. It seems that perhaps our fears are being realized. This cult is stepping ever closer to their aim of bringing back a dragon, potentially."
Sick.
It is very
No,
sick.
not sick.
It's very sick indeed. These sick-minded individuals.
Not sick. Very not
Yeah.
sick, Josh.
Josh grabs one of the robes and like puts it on and like just kind of saunters around and he goes, "Oh, this is pretty fierce."
It is quite it is a quite fearsome cult indeed. Yes. I must suggest that you perhaps not wear that outdoors. The cult is given the rumors that have been going around Flan these last several months. They're not looked upon too kindly these days.
Oh, I see. Do you mind if we like take them with us though?
They could be useful in helping to track down or deal with the cult.
I suppose, as long as you bring them back, I won't hinder you from doing the job that we asked you to do. As long as you bring them back afterwards, so we can properly put them into evidence, I think that it would be acceptable. That would be acceptable.
Thanks.
Is there anything else in the room on my 21, or I just also see the cloaks?
I didn't realize you got a 21. No, you're certain that after they found that, there's really nothing else in the
Okay.
yeah. Actually,
Josh
no,
kind
I'm
of-
sorry. I take it back. You take a look
Me.
at the desk, Erie, and you can see that you find another list in the desk containing what appears to be a list of things to be purchased from some of the stores in Flan.
Okay. Anything out of the
Nope.
ordinary jumping out from the list?
Same type of stuff that you saw on the prior sheet. Just, what appears to be like mundane things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna tuck that away. Tuck that away in my little vest. They don't need to. I don't need the sage seeing it.
Could I-
Josh saw Tim like eyeing the robe, and that's why he asked. So he like kind of grabs one for himself and then like gives one over to Tim.
So sweet.
Could I do just like an
Aw.
Go ahead, Bug.
could I do like an insight check on the Lord Sage just to see if there's anything more than this than what he's told us about his motivations here or what he knows?
Yeah, give me an insight check, please. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have good insight. We can give it a try though.
I have proficiency in insight. I can give you the help action.
Okay, I got a 10. Does help action give me advantage or does it give me
Advantage, yeah.
advantage? Okay. I mean, I'll take advantage if you're willing to give me that.
Yeah, I'm willing to give it. I know in previous CMSA sessions, we've only been able to give the help action if it's something we're proficient in. I don't know, Rob, if you've got any specifics for how you work through that, but
I'm not too picky. I think as long as you give me a good narrative reason for why you might be trying to help, I'm more likely to give it to you. So yeah, what is it that how are you helping?
I think my guess would be that Bug is not very good at interpreting all the little facial like tics that people have when they're like lying or being deceptive or even just being like withholding or trying to put on a blank face. But I do feel like Bug is really good at like spotting all the details. He maybe just doesn't know what they mean for humans. So I think I help by like Bug's gonna kind of take stock of this guy and then tell me what he saw, and all kind of like, okay, well, like if he was like, if the sides of his face were really tight, it probably means he wasn't trying to like move his mouth too much, which is something people do when they're like worried about being truthful. Just like help, like I'm offering analysis.
Cool. Okay. Go for it, Bug. Give me one more
That-
roll.
That's awesome. I did roll 2 10s, so
Okay. I didn't give very good analysis, but
yeah, that's an awesome narrative for it. Unfortunately, I did roll 2 10s.
I'll say with the 10. I'll say with the 10 even, and with the help of Eerie, Bug, you kind of notice that this man seems to be very, very stoic and wise, and very he seems to be the type of person who would hold his cards close to his chest, and so while you can't discern anything obvious or tangible about him that would lead you to believe that he is holding something back, you just get this feeling that maybe he does know a little bit more, and he's probably just like waiting to still kind of like suss you out, this group out, to see if he can trust you all before he reveals a little extra.
Okay, but Bug isn't going to say this out loud, but I just want everyone to know that he crosses his arms and says in his own head, "I'm not sure about this guy."
all right then, partner.
Did he tell us his name, or he's just the Lord Sage?
He just introduced himself as the Lord Sage. It's kind of like this. It's like an honorific title that is like just everyone knows him as that.
Okay.
If I've successfully ferreted away my little note, my little list, I would kind of tap Bug on the shoulder for us to leave this room. I'm a little afraid to go back out into the main library alone with Sheila.
Oh, Sheila.
Cool. So have we concluded in here in the bedroom?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Okay, so you make your way back out. The Lord Sage turns around and he says, to be completely honest, I'm not sure how we could have missed the cloaks in the back there. This is quite concerning indeed. The cult of the dragon is like I said, these rumors of them trying to bring back a dragon to take over Flan and perhaps all of Farron is quite concerning. Quite concerning indeed. Well, is there anything else I can do for you? Any more information I might be able to provide? Or I'm assuming, hopefully, that you will all be making the trek to find this thief.
That's the plan.
I'll give him my promise too. I say we're gonna get him. We're gonna bring this criminal to justice. No more jaywalking on my watch.
Well, he looks a little confused, but what he says is, that is quite reassuring. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, we're gonna go camping, I believe. I look over at Tim, I believe, who was the one who said that before. Because Bug does not know what that is, but
Such a foreign word. He never would have heard of it.
yeah, I'm ready to head out if no one else.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any supplies we need to get before we leave Flan if we're going to be gone for a couple of days.
That's up to all of you. It's a 2-day trip.
On the one hand, it's a 2-day trip. On the other hand, I don't have any money.
Bug has a bit of money. I also have just like I think a couple days of rations and like a bedroll and stuff. So I'm set. That's all I need.
Yeah,
Does
we'll
anyone
survive on the
else?
land. It'll be a classic camping trip. Or Forge 400.
Amazing. Okay, so you make your way back out into the streets of Flan. It's still early enough in the morning that you think you could make some good progress over the course of the day. And before long, after gathering up your gear and just getting ready, you set out into the wild. Team, we're at a point. We've got about an hour left, but we're kind of like moving into another section of this adventure. Why don't we take a quick like a 4 or 5 minute break, and then we'll come back. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Perfect.
That
All right.
works.
Bye, everyone on stream. We'll be back.
Bye.
Okay, I think we are all back now. We're slowly trickling in. Hello again, everyone. Okay, back to the story. So, you all have decided to go out into the wilderness on your way to the mountains in the hopes of finding any more leads on finding this thief who you've been asked to detain or eliminate. You go out into the woods, and the first day goes by without any issue. You're kind of what does everyone do along the path on the first day? You see, it's a paved road. You can see there are trees on either side of you. It's very peaceful at the moment. At this point, all you hear is kind of like the chirping of the birds, the singing of some of the insects nearby. How do you spend the first day?
Well, I'm a ranger. As long as we, at least for like the first little bit while we're close to the coast, we can we don't be slowed by difficult terrain, when we can't become lost. So basically, like, the first part should be easy breezy. I'm just like pointing out what all the poisonous plants are. No, don't eat that, Josh. You will swell up like a balloon. But mostly just like steering everybody until we get far enough into like going inland that we're away from the coast, and then I don't know quite as much.
Then you're lost, yeah. Okay.
I don't know why you're trying to make Josh be dumb, because he's a lifeguard, so he knows what not to put in your mouth.
Listen, I retract all of my previous statements. I swear I saw Josh not eating the thing. It was great. He's so impressive.
Thank you.
I think that Bug is feeling like for the first time in 2 months he has some type of purpose, and he's still in a rough place, but I think he's just starting to feel a little bit hopeful. He doesn't spend a lot of time outside of the city, so it's kind of nice. It's a bit weird to see so much green stuff all over the place, but yeah, I think he's sort of trudging along, looking pretty similar to how he looked when he was really upset, but because he doesn't have a lot of expression on his face. But yeah, he's feeling a little bit more hopeful.
So sad, so sweet, so hopeful. I love that. Tim, how about you? What are you up to? Anything from Tim?
Kimberly?
Tim?
Hello?
Timothy.
Maybe they weren't back yet. Maybe it was a trap.
Okay.
And Tim is lost. Now we have to search. The new quest is search for Tim.
Right. Okay, we'll come back. I wonder if there is a mic issue or something. We'll come back.
I feel there's a mic issue. I have the stream up and I can see him.
Yeah.
But thumbs up. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. We'll give it some time to figure it out. Okay, so you all continue along the pathway. Night comes. You find food that you eat a ration or whatever. That you have a comfortable night. You kind of like look up into the sky as you're sleeping, and you can see. I mean, it is just. I mean, the tapestry of stars is immense. And just kind of like take a moment to like lay on your backs, look up, and just like take in this. I don't know, just this scene that you see, and kind of like everything that led you up to this point. Some of you have been through quite an ordeal in Flan already before taking on this new adventurer, Tim, to be in your group with you. But the other three of you have gone through quite a bit up to this point, and you're just on the next leg of your adventure, and you're kind of like taking that all in and processing that before eventually your eyes begin to drift off and you fall into a deep sleep, or as deep as you can on out in the wild on the ground. Eventually, you wake the next morning to a beautiful sunrise coming up over the horizon in the distance, and you take a little more time to wake up, to get your bearings. You have a little bit of a breakfast before eventually you gather up your gear and you continue along your way. You're traveling for a couple of hours. It's about mid-morning at this point. You can see that the rolling hills are peppered with large boulders, likely falling millennia ago from mountains that appear to be kind of approaching. You're still quite a ways away, but you can see them off in the distance. Does anyone do anything else as we start the next day? I want to just give everyone a chance to kind of see what your characters are doing I don't want to monopolize. So what's everyone doing as the new day starts and you continue along for a bit?
I've got something, but I can wait if anybody else has something.
Has Tim arrived yet? Is Tim with us?
I feel a spirit in this room. They're definitely here. They're posting in Discord that their mic isn't working. They're trying to figure it out.
Perfect.
So they're figuring that out. I would just say, like, I do have one level of Twilight Cleric, and I think that came from just a place of, like, seeking out the beauty in, like, darkness and night, and that idea of twilight and that, like, haze. And so everything you just described with, like, the stars overhead, I do think Eerie is feeling just, like, a moment of a lot of, like, connection, a lot of, like, he's not that spiritual. He's kind of just, like, dipped a toe into those clerical waters because he felt like he needed more of a guide. But I think in this moment, he's feeling very attuned with that.
I love that.
I think similarly, well, I guess actually differently than that, Bug is really experiencing nature for the first time in probably like more than a decade. And as you described the stars last night, Bug is definitely tearing up, just by being overwhelmed by the fact, that the feelings that everyone feels when they look up at a beautiful sky full of stars, but juxtaposed against the life that he has lived for the last 10 years, just sort of in and out of the ring constantly, very focused on, like, the ups and what's that line, I can't remember the Riverdale reference, but the ups and downs of
highs and lows
of high school football, aka the fight ring. So he's just having some very big emotions.
I think
Mic check on
Josh
two.
is. We can.
Yay!
Hey,
I
Tim
wrote
is
that. I was-
here.
You're totally good. Yeah.
I think Josh is having some similar, like, emotional forthcomings, just being in nature, and I think as they were going to sleep and looking up at the stars, he probably kind of sighed and whispered to himself, but probably really was loud enough for everyone to hear. I wonder if Chad is looking at the stars tonight.
Oh.
He misses
And I think
Chad.
Tim would have pulled out his compass and been like trying to figure out where he is on the map, and just could not get the stupid compass to work. So he's very frustrated about that.
We're all going through it, team. We're all going through it. It sounds like.
3 of us are crying. 1 of us is having a compass meltdown.
Incredible. Okay, well, we've regathered ourselves. We've all taken a deep breath and we've exhaled. Continue along on the journey. Continue along on this pathway until eventually you come across these 2 individuals standing in the middle of the road. Give me a perception check, everyone.
Of course, mine was going to be an 18 and then flips over to a 4. I got a 9.
9, okay.
I got a 13.
13.
I got a 19 with my bonus for a 25.
Heck yeah.
Woohoo!
Okay. And then, Erie, what did you get?
I got a 21.
21. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. And then Tim, what did you got a 25, right? Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Erie and Tim, as you approach these 2 people, you see that they are both appear to be humanoids. One of them appears to wear this long flowy robe. The other one is wearing kind of like dirtier clothes at this point. But what quickly draws your attention is the sword that is hanging at the side of the individual with the dirty clothes. The 2 of them begin to walk towards you, and the man in the robe calls out, "Good day, strangers! What brings you to this part of the woods? It's quite dangerous to be walking around."
I immediately want to insight check them.
Go for it. Give me an insight check.
I don't. It is quite dangerous to be walking around. So why the hell are these 2 guys walking around?
So,
That is a. Oh, go ahead, Ez.
I was just gonna say, while you're looking on their insight, be like, what do you mean dangerous? Like, are you saying there's dragons?
Oh, just all dragons. Oh, I don't know if I would say that. I mean, certainly all manner of creatures, wolves. I'm sure there are just nefarious creatures, bandits along the road. You don't want any. But you don't want to be too careful on the road, out in the open. Fortunately, it seems like you have quite a group about you. Watching each other's backs. That's good. Erie, what'd you get?
I got a 25, baby.
They are up to no good. It is obvious. It's so obvious.
It's so obvious. And I think we're just walking on the road. We're not writing anything.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Then I think in our little huddle, I just kind of like drop back to. As soon as I clock that, I just kind of drop back to Bug and give him a little like signal, like, "Hey, there's shit's about to go down."
But Bug is ready. Bug is gonna try to intimidate them again, just by like sort of walking up a little bit too close to them and crossing his arms in order to maybe forestall any shenanigan.
Amazing.
I think Josh sees Bug doing that and like runs up next to him to stand in front of that second guy.
Okay. Amazing. Both of you give me intimidation checks, please.
Not 20.
Amazing.
Oh, I love how it's like, I hope you get a higher one than me. I got 15.
15. Okay, 15 and a nat 20. Okay, so Bug, you're kind of like walking up, and you can see you're walking towards the robed individual. And as you walk up, you cross your arms, and you can see this robed individual. You get a better look at his face. You can see he has a long white beard, and his face is incredibly lined. It seems to you like he's very clearly been through this rodeo before. He's not intimidated by you at all. Josh, as you walk up to the other person, what's clear to the other person is that you seem to be like a loose cannon, and that unnerves him very, very much. As you walk up, the guy that you're in front of, Josh, holds up his hands and says, "Oh, we're just no need to be all concerned. We're just strangers passing through, just like you." And the robed individual says, "Yes, that's right. Just strangers passing through." He's kind of like eyeing you, Bug and Josh, seeing what your next move might be, how this is going to shake out.
And they say, all right, well, if you're passing through, then just keep passing.
The man with the dirty clothes is he starts to turn around, and he says, "Oh, okay, yes, we're all friendly folk here, friendly folk. Yeah, I don't mean you any harm." He starts walking away. The robed individual also begins to walk away, but as he does, he kind of like looks at his companion, shakes his head, turns back around, and says, "Maybe we'll start leaving after you empty your pockets. How does that sound?"
I want to just go at him.
Amazing. Okay. Cool. Y'all, we're entering our first combat. So if I could have everyone please give me a initiative roll, please. Let's all roll initiative.
26.
Oh my god, give me just a second. Hold on. I gotta put all of these in. Okay. And then I gotta get I'm not sure. Just a second so I can get the stream.
I see that, Eerie.
There we go. Okay. Okay, Tim unfortunately rolled a 5. Oh, let me get everyone into... Okay, Eerie, what did you get? Oh, we can't hear Eerie now.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you.
24?
Oh, there.
Oh.
Nice.
Do.
Okay, Josh.
Hello.
You good?
We can hear you now.
Cool.
Josh got a 26.
26. Incredible. Okay. So we are starting combat. I'm gonna give Josh a surprise round because you just immediately went for it. So go ahead. What do you do on your surprise round?
I just want to go up to him and try and just unarmed punch.
I love it. Okay, go for it.
Does the 6 hit?
It does not. I don't believe. Let me check. Sorry. It does not.
Okay.
Okay, so Josh, you run up and you just take broadcast so clearly what it is you're about to do, and this guy like moves out of the way just in time. Anything else?
Sorry, guys, I'm getting warmed up.
Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna start the main round. Josh, you're up first. What do you do?
I think I realized that unarmed business was not going to work out. So, instead I'm going to go at them with my dagger.
Amazing.
And Oh, okay. I'm like right in between the two of them. I'm gonna go for the red. Let's see. 16.
16 is a hit.
All right, and then that's 7 piercing.
Amazing. Okay, so Josh, you swing and a miss with your punch, and then you, as you are kind of like recovering, you pull out your dagger, and as you're standing back up, you kind of plunge your dagger towards him. You see it embeds in his shoulder, dealing 7 points of piercing damage. He lets out this cry of pain as he does so, and that is going to be well. Is that your turn? Anything else?
That's the end.
Okay, next up is Eerie. What do you do?
Okay, I have 2 real quick questions just about how you specifically run combat.
Can't hear you.
One,
a little bit of latency or something.
Damn. Da 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 da. Once. Testing.
Yep, can hear you.
Yeah.
The 5 feet diagonally, and that counts as 5 feet.
So the way I run it is that the first move diagonally is 5 feet, and then the second move diagonally is 10 feet.
Okay. You do anything with flanking?
Yes. If you're flanking, you get advantage.
Okay, cool. Star, in that case, I don't think I actually get over to where they are this round. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, can't quite get to them. So instead, I am going to... Five, 10, 15, 20.
Is anyone else? The audio's cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear it right now either.
It feels like it's only doing it every time I switch over from Discord to Foundry, so I don't know why that changed when we started doing Battle Map.
Okay.
But either way, I'll just keep my Discord up as a little screen in the corner. And because I can't get close enough to any of them, I'm going to try and cast Sleep on that circle that I highlighted. So I'm just trying to catch those 2 end guys in it.
Okay. That's a save, I'm assuming?
Actually, no. I just roll for hit points. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. And they're affected in ascending order of their current hit points. So, like, if I roll 30 and the first guy's got 15, he'll go first, and the second guy's got 20, he doesn't go to sleep.
Okay, perfect.
Sar, I will just go ahead and roll... How much? 5d8. I don't know why it doesn't give me the options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is gonna be... Ooh, lots of 7 and 8s in there. It is 30 HP. I put to sleep 30 HP worth of people, starting with the lowest HP person.
So neither of them have 30 HP. So neither of them go to sleep.
Oh, gotcha. That's very bad. I definitely thought these were just some, like, dudes on the road. So I think you just see, like, my horns grow a little bit, and I kind of wave my hands, and this very soft, it almost just looks like really concentrated pollen flows towards them and settles on them. and has no effect whatsoever.
Incredible. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so next up is the robed individual. He's going to disengage, and he's going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to hang out there, because I think that's his, disengages his action, that's his move, so he's just going to hang out there. Next up is Bug. What are you up to?
Okay, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get on this side of the sky. And I've pulled my maul off of my back, which is like a big ass hammer. And I'm just gonna swing it at him.
I love it. Roll with advantage because you're flanking.
Sick. That is a dirty 20.
Absolutely, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll me damage, please.
Okay. That's 15 damage.
Amazing. Okay, so you swing down with your maul, and it hits him in the side. So he's bleeding from this dagger wound. He's crumpled down from your maul. He's still standing up, though. He doesn't look too terrible. Anything else?
I actually have another attack because I'm a fighter,
Incredible.
so I'm just gonna do the same thing. Work the first time.
Perfect.
And I still get advantage on that?
Yes.
Okay. 25.
That's
to hit.
another hit. Go for it.
That is another 15.
Amazing. Nice job. So you swing the first time with your maul, you hit him in the side, and you pull back and you swing your maul, you hit him in the other side. He's being pummeled. His poor friend on the other side of you is just kind of like, I don't know what to do to help. I'm sorry. All right. Anything else, Bug?
No, that's it.
All right, next up is this guy in the middle here. He is going to take out his greatsword, and he's going to swing it against you, Josh. First swing against you is an 11 to hit. Are you muted, Des?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
That does not hit.
Okay, cool. Okay, so he misses. He takes it. He rears back with his greatsword again. He swings again for a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
That does hit. So he is going to deal 12 points of slashing damage against you. He takes his sword back one more time and swings again for an 18 to hit, which is a hit, dealing 14 more points of damage. That is the end of his turn. Next up is Tim. What do you do?
Wait, so that was 12 plus 14?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to extend my finger out and point at the guy with the greatsword as I cast Toll the Dead,
Awesome.
and he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Amazing. Okay, wisdom saving throw from that guy. How about a natural 1?
Well, he takes 2d12 since he's already missing some health points.
Incredible.
$13 damage.
13. Amazing. Okay. All right. Anything else?
I'm just going to move up a little bit, and that's all.
Awesome. Okay, so that is Tim's turn. We go back to the top of the round. Josh, what are you up to after taking all those hits?
What happened to the blue guy? Is he underneath Bug?
No, he is over here.
Oh, okay. Just making sure he was still there. I'm going to come in with some fairy fire. Hopefully get some advantage in. So I'm gonna cast that. And that's gonna be 20-foot cube.
Incredible.
So I have to remember how to use Foundry because I wasn't on it last time.
all good. It's been a while.
Where is the... Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. 20. Okay. Ah! Why is this so hard?
You're doing great.
Oh my god. I don't know how to drag this
Here,
over. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Where would you like it?
Unfortunately, I am gonna have to include Bug in this. I think there's no way to not. I'm so sorry, Bug.
So rude.
But I feel like in the end it'll be helpful. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire, so any creature in the area when the spell casts is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. So that's gonna be, you'll need a 14 for that dex save.
Okay. So I'll start with the bandit. Dex save. So how about a 13? That's a miss.
Miss.
Okay. Then the mage. 11. That's also a miss.
Alright, and then Bug's gonna have to roll as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
also a
I
miss.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. Unfortunate. So any
Wait,
attack roll... What?
You only highlight me. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention if they failed.
All 3 of you failed. So everyone's
cool.
highlighted. Yeah.
I thought it was only me for a second.
No, any attack roll against any of them is going to have advantage if the attacker can see them.
Awesome. Okay.
So sorry, Bug.
Anything else,
It's
Josh?
okay.
And then I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself.
Awesome.
And that's going to be 7 healing, and that will be my turn.
Awesome. Okay, next up is Yuri. What do you do?
Okay, so I'm just gonna switch back and forth between Discord and the thing so that everybody can hear me. I'm gonna start off by moving just exactly. Well, actually, first thing, I want to hunter's mark this wizard in the background.
Perfect.
I'm very suspicious of that guy. Like, I feel like Erie knows what it takes to be a person of that age and be out in like the wild and be taking care of yourself, and like something's not adding up. So first thing I'm gonna do is move 30. And I will take the op attack from the bandit if he wants to do it.
Absolutely, he does. So he's going to swing at you with his sword for a critical hit.
Oh, of course it is.
Dealing, not terrible, 11 points of damage to you, Erie.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
And then I'm going to just reach behind my back and pull these 2 long little scimitars that I have, and kind of offer up a real quick, sorry, Saloon, I tried to do it peacefully. And then I'm going to start swinging on this wizard with advantage.
Incredible. Go for it.
Okay, so first attack is... does a 27 hit?
Yes, it does.
So then... The first attack is 10 damage from my normal damage, and then a d6 for Hunter's Mark, so that's another 4 for 14, and then I'm going to do the once per turn d4 for my, what are they called? Dreadful Strikes.
Okay.
So that's another 4, so that's 18 damage on the first attack.
Amazing.
And then second attack is going to be a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
So that's going to be 11 damage plus 2. So 13 damage total for the second hit.
Awesome. Okay, so you swing with your scimitars, connect with both of them, and you can see, I mean, you just like run your scimitar along this guy's torso. You see his robes are kind of like split, and you see red beginning to pool out from the point of contact. He's still up, but he's not looking good at all. Anything else here?
Okay. That is it. I did bonus action, and movement.
All right, next up is this wizard. He is very clearly looking quite a bit afraid. And so what he's going to do is he is going to use his bonus action to Misty Step away from all y'all. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right over here. And then he is going to... He looks at his companion with concern, but ultimately lifts up both of his hands, puts them together at their wrists, and you can see this massive source of flame begin to appear in the center of his hands, and this fireball hurtles towards you. I need both all of you to please give me a dexterity saving throw. Nice.
Okay, 18.
18, okay.
Oh, no, wait. I accidentally rolled just dexterity. The saving throw is... Oh, and nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Somehow I got a 9, and I'm so dexterous.
And I'm not dexterous at all, and I got an 18.
And you got an
so-
18. Incredible.
Hey!
Okay, so I need... Josh, you take 19 points of fire damage. The rest of... Oh my gosh, I rolled so many ones. The rest of you take... what would that be? 9 points of fire damage.
So I'm at 1.
That
Just so we're aware.
That is going to be the end of the wizard's turn. Next up is
And-
Bug. Go for it.
I was going to say, just for booking save, I have resistance to fire, so I only take half
Amazing.
that damage.
Perfect. Half of the half. Incredible.
Sorry, so we took 9 points?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I need to do him too. I did not. Let me roll his.
Yeah, he hit his buddy.
Okay. Oh, he definitely took the damage too. All of the damage. Okay, but he's still up. He looks betrayed. He is bleeding from several wounds in his body. He looks betrayed by his companion, and he's still up. Okay, Bug, back to you. What are you up to?
Okay. I'm gonna keep hitting him with my hammer.
Love it.
Okie dokie. Oh shoot! Sorry, I did a normal roll.
Oh,
I
totally
need
good.
to do another one. Okay. Well, I got 19.
19. Yep. The higher. That is absolutely a hit.
Okay. 9 points of damage for that one.
Incredible. Okay, he's still up, but he is not looking great at all.
Okay, I'm just gonna take my second attack. 23 to hit.
Absolutely.
And 16.
How
damage.
do you kill this guy?
Oh hell yeah. Okay. So I've got this big ass hammer, and man, do I know how to use it. So I mean, like, how else do you need to use a hammer? I hit him on the sides before. This time I'm pissed about the fireball. I'm hitting him right on his neck and shoulders, just crushing the bone.
Brutal.
And getting just that thrill that I get from taking down an opponent as I watch him crumple to the floor.
Oh my god, that's so vicious. That is scary, terrifying. Amazing though. Okay, anything else, Bug?
No, that's it. Bug is feeling complicated feelings about reliving his Fight Club days, but that's it.
Terrifying. Okay, Tim, you're up. What do you do?
Well, seeing that my new friend is on such desperate straits, I'm going to walk over to them and cast a Cure Wounds.
So sweet.
And I'll even do it at 2nd level.
Thanks.
Or
I
13
say as I'm like bleeding out on the ground. How much was it?
13 hit points total.
Slay.
Awesome. Okay, anything else, Tim?
Oh, and you know what? I'm going to even use the rest of my movement to stand in front of you, and I'll
Beautiful.
shield you from the wizard.
Beautiful. Okay, Josh, back to you. Top of the round. What are you up to?
I'm still pretty unwell, but I feel like I need to keep going or I'll let down the group. So I'm going to move. Oh my gosh, I'm still on this thing. Please go away. All right. I'm gonna move. Even though you were trying to protect me, I'm still gonna move 5, 10, 30.
Oh, incredible.
And you're like, what the fuck is he doing? I am going to go at him with my dagger.
Awesome.
Let's see how this goes. There's a 15 hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, that's gonna be 7 piercing.
Okay.
And then
Still up.
I'm gonna bonus action heal myself again.
Awesome.
And we're gonna do that at 2nd level. Oh my goodness. Horrible. 6 healing.
Awesome. Okay, every bit helps.
2d4 plus 3, and I only got 6.
Okay, never mind.
But that's gonna be my turn.
Awesome. Okay, Erie, back to you. What are you doing?
I've got a hunter's mark on this guy. He tries to warp away, and I just like feel with this bestial fey sense, and whip my head over towards the spot where he appears. And I think you almost see, especially when he's pursuing a target of his hunter's mark, like the horns grow just a little bit longer, and his facial features become just a little bit more bestial. There's a little more of something like feral there.
Yeah, as you're running closer, you see
So
this
I just
guy
moved
like
25
look
feet
terrified.
to get. Excellent. No, you don't. You're not getting away from me. And then I'll go ahead and take another attack with advantage.
Amazing.
If I need it's 23 and a 21 for the first attack. So then that's 11 damage normal plus 1 damage from Hunter's Mark, so 12 plus a d4 from Dreadful Strikes. That's another 1, so that's 13 damage on the first hit.
Erie,
And
how do you
then-
kill this wizard?
Oh, yeah. I think I just absolutely am like, because I'm a dexterity-based fighter, I think I'm just like weaving all around him, and it's kind of death by 1,000 cuts. I just keep making all these small little marks until he literally is staggering from blood loss
Oh
and
my
just kind of collapses.
Awful. I hate it. And I love it. That's great. Incredible. Okay, well, team, you watch as Erie kind of takes out the dagger as this wizard crumples to the ground. You all take a moment to catch your breath and take in the scene before you. And as you take a moment to reflect, you think, I mean, these two people who jumped you were right. The roads are dangerous when you're traveling, apparently. Cool. And I think at the end of combat there, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. We'll pick it up next Saturday with what the group does after having eliminated these bandits and making their way towards the Dragonspine Mountains. Team, any last words before we head out?
That's all for me, folks.
Y'all next week.
Team,
Yeah.
everyone on stream, thank you so much for watching. Super happy to be back for Season 3 of D&D League. We'll see you next week, where we pick up with Week 2. All right, everyone?